Game has started.
Hey guys, welcome back to more Magic the Gathering. We are playing Mono Black Control today in Pauper. This hand is unkeepable, so we will bin it. I'm unsure if Okiba Shinobi is something we should play on our main deck or not. I mean, bouncing the Gary is obviously very good. This hand's better. I will pitch the Shinobi, because I think that it's just less good than the rest. This is like very control hand, right? Like draw cards, kill a creature, etc. But certainly playable. I'm unsure if we'll cycle the Baron more. I kind of want to see what happens after the Sign in Blood. Actually, it may be right just to cycle it on one. It's probably right to just cycle on one. We're not going to have a turn one play. Alright, so probably some form of... Man, every single deck with that card. Card's ridiculous. Just cycle it now. That's like technically wrong, but whatever. I don't want to deal with like missing stuff, because that happens enough where like the stop is in the wrong place and I miss it. Okay, so this is like 5-color Tron, which is a hardish matchup for us, I think. So if we play land, yeah, we've got enough space to play Sign of Blood here. Pretty sure this is a bad matchup for us, though. We do get to play Chittering Rats next turn, and then like Thorn, which is pretty decent, and we start to like pull ahead with. Right, so 2 towers, that's good. Those are not. All right. Glinthawk, bounce the whatever. So we're going to want to Edict before Thorn. So hopefully we draw like another Sign in Blood so that we can go Chittering Rats and then Sign in Blood Edict. Because we do need to kill, like these types of things are, like flying threats are very annoying for us. Pretty close on resources so far. We've seen about the same amount of cards. I have a few more in hand, but that's just because he's got like these things on the battlefield because they just cycle. Okay, Journey to Nowhere is not very good against Chittering Rats, to be honest. Yeah, that's fine. Now I kind of wish that I had the Shinobi in hand. It'd be very good if, you know, he didn't have a blocker and I got to get in for 3 and then force double discard, so like Wrench Mind, but without the artifact clause. So far this has been a pretty fun, even match. I've enjoyed this so far. This is my first match with the deck. Poor Skyfish. Alright. Cost 2 though. So bounce the Astrolabe. Looks like he's a little bit mana screwed, and Chittering Rats have been helping with that, right? Keeping him locked out of drawing into more things. It's one of their major strengths, of course. Can't block that. That's a great draw, because now I can play Thorn of Black Rose and Defy. Well, actually, I can't really. I can. I only give him one extra card. I don't know how big a deal that is. I think it's probably fine. I'm gonna go with it's fine. I'll get in. I'm okay with like giving my opponent one card before I Edict. The Swamp is not very good, but there's also like the fact that I can just draw into another Thorn, and that gives me the capacity to just regain the Monarch without having to do anything else, which is nice. I'm assuming he doesn't like find another Glinthawk here, we can Edict and then kind of be safe from him drawing cards off of the Monarch. Yep. We become the Monarch. I guess he keeps track of that in the command zone. Nice. Secondary is good. Alright, another Core Skyfisher. Currently, that's not that bad because we have the Flashback Edict. It's whether or not... oh, the Crown. That's what the Monarch has kept track of. Alright, I just found it. So that's not that big a deal because we do have the capacity to kill that. I'll probably, honestly, just attack with a Thorn next turn. Because it's not, like, the block is bad for him, and, yeah, I'm not sure that I'll play anything else, actually. Alright, Astrolabe, drawing another card. That card's just really good. I should pick up a bunch of those. I will gladly Tendrils your creature. Nice, another Thorn. Not terribly crucial right now, but... oh, snazzy. Okay. We have the Edict to take care of that and then regain the Monarch, but, yep. Or Defile. Defile also works. Going to cast Defile because it allows me to also cast Gary. Alright, Glinthawk, it's fine. Unless he has a counter spell of some sort, we should just win. He also needs another blocker right now. Well, technically he can go to 1, right? So... Oh, wow. Okay. So he gains like a fair bit. I forgot about that card. Okay, yeah, that's pretty decent. But, I mean, we can just force him to sack this, and then we just keep drawing cards. Sure. Another Edict, sure. He's going to have a lot of mana, but whatever. My opponent taking their sweet, sweet time. Alright, this is a very long time before finding Tron. He's seen 24 cards. That's just really bad luck, to be honest. Jeez, yeah, it's really bad. Alright, Journey. What is it targeting? I don't really care, to be honest. It's gonna eat like Gary. And I won't care. Yep. I mean, I think we have enough to just win this match. Like, how many things have we exiled from him? 1, 2, 3, 4 of his major, 5 of his major threats. So, like, I'd say that the Glenhawks and Core Skyfishers are, like, the big thing for Blue-White Tron that isn't, the, like, Mnemonic Wall and, like, Moldrifter thing, right? Okay, so you killed another creature with Torch. It's pretty rough. I'll just attack first, and then I guess I can Gary. It's not very good, but even dealing 3 here is something, I think. I don't know. It's the best play I have. I mean, alternatively, I could play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could play both, but then I get blown out by, like, Condescend. I'll just play Thorn for now. That's fine. It's not that much slower. And it does give me like a better ETB on the Gary, so... Wow. Alright, Muldrifter, it's fine. I'll cancel skip because if he like ghostly flickers it, I want to kill it in response. I guess I could have killed it in response to the ETB. I'm going to do this one in response this time. Yeah, you draw 2 more cards. Hopefully he doesn't have the flicker so that when the edict actually just resolves. But jeez, so many Muldrifters. Alright, well he doesn't have any leftover mana, I think. Right? So I can just double edict and then bring it home. Because he's not going to be very happy. He's got no creatures in play, and I have enough to double edict. Pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 11 gives me enough to cast all 3 of them, so I think that that's ideal. Oops, nope, not that yet. This makes Story just dead to the Gary too, which is part of the reason why I want to play it. But also, no, I don't care as much about blockers. Not that he really had many good blocks anyway, but I'll just save my turn. Clearly don't have anything. Alright, Phyrexian Rangers, decent draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, Gary isn't quite lethal. He only deals 6. So clearly bad. We've killed 3 Muldrifters, if I remember right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to attack. With these 2. I would like to respond. Does this deal damage? No, it does not. Now he's at 7. Just and loses 2 life. Alright, so we've got some outs. If I play Gary right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could like go for lethal with those 2 cards, but I think we could play it safer. Because there's no reason for us to like rush here. We've got tons of time on the clock. Sure. One, 2, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I did. Alright, and then I will go to end step. Alright, so we drew up a Jukabog. That's like pretty reasonable against our opponent. Got so much mana over there. Alright, we did it. We're going to bring in Nihil Spellbomb. We probably want Duresses. And maybe even Wrench Mines. We don't need Pestilence, I think. Choking Sands are like obviously here for Tron. I don't even know how much we want those, like, because they're not very good. We can cut that, I guess. So we're at 66 right now. We need to cut some things. I'd say that, like, Chittering Rats are pretty weak. I mean, sorry, Combage Witches are pretty weak against this deck. But maybe we just don't need that many Duresses, to be honest. Because we don't really want to like lose threats. But that said, they don't really have anything that we're going to ping with these, so I'll cut those, and I'll cut a Duress, 2 Duress, maybe like 1 Duress, 1 Edict. I don't even know how good Duress is, to be honest. Maybe it's better to just go 3 times Wrench Mind. And we do want to probably keep in Shinobi and just cut like 1 of the Thorns, even though it was really good in that match. Or we could cut like 1 of the Phyrexian Ragers, but I think this is fine. Sure.
Your game has started.
Yeah, like the Wrench Mines are kind of bad because they can discard artifacts, but like if they're discarding their Astrolabes and things like that, they're not very happy anyway. So I'm going to keep this hand. This looks pretty decent. Just going to lead by cycling this Baron more. again, like, marginal information gained from my opponent that I'm not doing anything on turn 1, but, like, what was I going to hold up to file? That's pretty suboptimal, I think. Alright, cool. We drew a swamp, so I think we'll just play the bog, actually. Because we want to be able to, like... Oh, wait. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Or at least it shouldn't matter. Hopefully that doesn't matter. So yeah, like, choking Sands this Urza's Mine is going to be a fucking big deal. Actually, we can get the tower now. How are you casting Muldrifter? Can't. Oops. Ooh, wow, that's really huge, actually. Because now our Chittering Rats 2 gets to put him back a whole turn. This should be kind of GG since he whiffed on land. Yeah, that's really big for us. He whiffed on land, he whiffed on like an Astrolabe type effect, so now... Yeah, that's just really big game for us. Journey to... Alright. Sure. You do it again. That's fine. We put him back like 2 or 3 turns. Now we also whiffed on land, which is kind of a bummer. But we're able to cast our spells, which is a big difference. So okay. Bounce a land, replay the land. Yikes. We can wait on the... Let's just eat it. Yeah, it actually has made a difference here. Yeah, that's fine. Nice. Swamp. Yeah, we've got enough to like cast Angler and hold up Defile next turn. I'm not that worried about like flashing back the Chainer's Edict, because we're just way ahead. Our opponent whiffing on land for so long, and the Chittering Rat's like basically time walking him a few times has been really excellent in terms of, you know, slowing them down. Sure. Yikes, that's so rough. There's the third land. It's not really enough though. I mean, he takes 8, right? So that's pretty bad, yeah.
Alright, so there were a couple things that did wrong, I think, in that matchup, and in sideboarding particularly. I think that I played the matchup well. I think I made all the right plays during the games, but the sideboarding was incorrect. Namely, the poster of this, Wrench Mind, was just a bad board. I should have probably brought in, or left in the Thorn of the Black Rose and Pestilence. And then I could see an argument for the exile 3 things, deal 3 damage to any target, and gain 3 life. Or maybe creature. I think it might be creature only. But that card would have been probably pretty fine, even just leaving in Chainer's Edicts and only boarding in the 3 Choking Sands and Nile Spellbomb would have been fine. I think that there were a number of different ways to board in that matchup. The reason I kind of brought in Wrench Mind at the last minute in my brain was that Duress a lot of the time is just going to hit artifacts, so bringing in Wrench Mind at least gives us the option of sometimes high rolling and discarding 2 cards of theirs. But I think ultimately that's just wrong. That's like relying highly on variance rather than skill testing cards that are going to do the exact same thing that you want them to do every time. So yeah, I think overall, if I just I think Pestilence is much better than I evaluated it as, because we're more likely to have creatures on the board for the duration of the match, and if we can get that engine going, that can be a way to win the game, since we're also more likely to have more life than our opponents. So all that said, I think that I definitely could have boarded better. But the gameplay itself was pretty fine. I do want to note one thing that exists in my deck is that Murder over Oubliette. I just don't want to pay $70 for Oubliette for the sometimes extra life you gain with Gary. It's just not worth that to me. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.